What if, amidst the relentless currents of your daily life, you suddenly glimpsed a profound truth, that every decision, every aspiration, even the deepest stirrings of your heart, might be preordained? Imagine a universe where your perceived free will is merely an elaborate illusion. This profound, unsettling question has haunted the greatest minds across philosophy, psychology, and spirituality for millennia. Carl Jung, pioneering analytical psychology, posited that unseen forces, universal archetypes rooted in our collective unconscious, steer us in ways we rarely comprehend. Alan Watts, bridging ancient Eastern wisdom with Western thought, beautifully likened existence to an unceasing river, ever-flowing, occasionally tumultuous, yet always destined for a predetermined course. Even the towering intellect of Immanuel Kant, the architect of modern ethics, suggested that our freedom, while felt, operates within an intricate lattice of inherent reason, morality, and the fundamental structures of reality itself. Does this diminish us or free us? Does this intricate lattice truly diminish us, or does it, paradoxically, set us free? Consider the silent choreography of our daily lives. The automatic morning rituals, the habitual route to work, the mindless scrolling. Are these genuine choices, or merely pre-programmed rhythms within a life we merely perceive times as controlled? Philosophers and faiths have long grappled with this enigma. Christian theology debates the delicate balance between divine providence and human agency. Meanwhile, in Hindu philosophy, the profound concept of karma suggests our present actions are echoes of past deeds, shaping a destiny that feels both fated and earned. Even modern psychology, through Daniel Kahneman's exploration of System 1 and System 2 thinking, reveals the vast unconscious machinery driving many of our decisions long before conscious awareness intervenes. Yet, within this suspected pre-scripted reality, the vibrant sensation of choice persists. Each conscious pause, every hesitation, every deliberate decision ignites a spark of awareness, a subjective engagement with the moment. Even if the ultimate trajectory feels strangely preordained, every conscious breath, every hesitant step ignites a subjective spark of awareness, even if our ultimate destiny feels strangely preordained. But what if this profound tension between our perceived freedom and the unseen currents of determination is not a paradox, but an invitation? We're about to plunge into Alan Watts' captivating vision, exploring how life's inherent flow reveals that our choices are both profoundly real and exquisitely illusory. Much like a river's current, gently, yet irresistibly, carrying us towards its destined ocean. Alan Watts' perspective, flowing with the river of life. For Watts, life is an ancient river, a ceaseless, vibrant current, flowing through a landscape we perceive but seldom command. Each decision, every fleeting moment, is merely a ripple within this grand, unfolding narrative. Watts, drawing from Taoist wisdom, often argued that our human struggle manifests as a futile battle against this cosmic flow. The more we white-knuckle our control, the more turbulent and fragmented our experience becomes. Yet, in surrendering to its natural rhythm, in aligning with the Tao of existence, a surprising, effortless harmony emerges. Are we truly choosing, or simply riding the current we times are? Asterisk. Reflect on those seemingly trivial daily decisions, the unconscious path you choose to work, the spontaneous words you utter in conversation, or even the slight inclination to smile at a stranger. Each, though mundane, contributes to the invisible currents shaping your journey. Alan Watts profoundly observed that much human distress stems from our fervent belief that we must master These currents, when, in truth, we are intricate components of a cosmic rhythm infinitely vaster than any individual will. Echoes of this resonate across diverse traditions. Taoism champions Wu Wei, the art of effortless action, guiding us to flow harmoniously with the universe's inherent patterns. Carl Jung's concept of synchronicity unveils how meaningful coincidences can subtly steer us, aligning with our deeper, unconscious predispositions. Even modern neuroscience offers intriguing glimpses. Studies reveal that many of our actions initiate moments before our conscious mind registers the decision, suggesting an underlying orchestration beneath our immediate awareness. Within this grand river of existence, does surrendering imply passivity? Absolutely not. It embodies a profound state of heightened awareness, radical acceptance, and a newfound capacity to navigate life's flow with intuitive insight and intentional grace. If we embrace heightened awareness, what then of our choices? Are they truly ours, or are we merely currents within a vaster, eternal flow? Like a river ceaselessly moving, we too must journey onward, propelled by an insatiable curiosity and conscious engagement, ready to plunge into the deeper mysteries that lie beyond. Carl Jung perspective, the unseen patterns of our mind. As this river of life pulls us forward, a profound question surfaces: how much of our path is genuinely self-directed? Carl Jung, the eminent 20th century psychologist, posited that much of our existence is sculpted by the unconscious, an intricate tapestry of hidden patterns and primal archetypes that intrinsically shape our very being and our every decision. He termed this enigmatic domain the shadow. Those unacknowledged facets of ourselves that, despite our conscious neglect, wield immense power over our psyche, dictating our thoughts, choices, and reactions. Consider the undeniable magnetic pull you might feel towards a stranger, or that sudden, visceral intuition averting you from impending peril. Carl Jung proposed these aren't random occurrences, but deep reflections of archetypal forces shaping us beyond conscious thought. Think of the daily habits, the cycles of success or failure. They often mirror these unseen structures. Is our perceived freedom merely an illusion, intertwined with invisible influences guiding us down predetermined paths we only times feel, times we chose? On a societal level, these primal patterns emerge as cultural norms, collective beliefs, and shared human experiences. Every choice, from career to relationships to how we face adversity, bears the indelible mark of these personal and collective unconscious dynamics. Modern neuroscience now corroborates Jung's foresight, revealing our brain's activity often precedes our conscious intentions. Acknowledging these profound, unseen patterns allows us to navigate existence with deeper self-awareness, discerning both the innate limitations and vast possibilities woven into our inner landscape. Now, we turn to Immanuel Kant, who illuminates how moral structures, rather than limiting us, actually define and expand our very sense of freedom, completing our intricate map of choice and consciousness. Immanuel Kant. Perspective. Freedom within constraints. As we delve deeper into the mind's mysterious currents, a pivotal philosophical framework emerges: the profound insights of Immanuel Kant. Kant presented a compelling paradox. While we inherently feel free, our actions are, in truth, shaped by both the immutable laws of the universe and the self-imposed structures of morality. He argued that genuine freedom isn't found in a boundless absence of rules, but in consciously choosing times within times, the ethical and existential boundaries that define our reality. It's the radical act of self-legislation. Consider the weight of everyday moral decisions, the integrity of telling the truth, the sacred bond of keeping a promise, or the profound choice to extend help to someone vulnerable. What if these constraints are precisely where our true agency resides? Building on this, The philosopher Immanuel Kant argued that our deepest sense of duty doesn't merely restrict us. It springs from a rational awareness of universal moral laws. Imagine, even if some outcomes are predetermined by the cosmic Stark's dance of cause and effect, our conscious choice to engage with these ethical frameworks reveals a profound, uniquely human form of freedom. As Kant powerfully articulated in Groundwork of the Metaphysics of Morals, act only according to that maxim whereby you can, at the same time, will that it should become a universal law. Consider this from a modern lens. Society thrives on rules, responsibilities, and social contracts that subtly guide behavior, always within invisible boundaries that foster coherence and order. This dynamic interplay between our autonomy and these intrinsic constraints echoes the cosmic and psychological patterns we've explored, from Alan Watts' metaphor of the flowing river to Carl Jung's archetypes, visual. Perhaps, even if certain chapters of our journey are pre-written, Kant offers a radical insight. Conscious moral awareness isn't a burden, but is itself the very crucible of our freedom. As we progress, let's explore real-life scenarios and profound thought experiments, revealing how the currents of flow, the whispers of unconscious patterns, and the bedrock of moral constraints subtly intertwine, sculpting the very essence of our lived reality. Thought experiments and everyday examples. Are we really in control? Building on life's currents, the mind's unseen patterns, and our moral frameworks, we confront a universal question. Are our choices truly ours? Picture an instant attraction. Is this a conscious decision, or the echo of deep psychological and biological predispositions? Perhaps an archetypal resonance? Carl Jung explored. Ponder career paths. Did we actively choose them, or did circumstances, upbringing, and hidden leanings orchestrate our trajectory long before we recognized it? This paradox extends even to our moral compass. Immanuel Kant, championing choices aligned with universal laws, nonetheless implies that the context of those choices may be largely predetermined. What then of our agency in this intricate dance between will and fate? Visual, a person navigating a complex maze or a river with many branches, looking contemplative. Moments of déjà vu, gut instincts, and habitual reactions aren't just quirks. They're subtle whispers suggesting our freedom may be felt more than truly exercised. Neuroscience, particularly the work on readiness potential, confirms this. Brain activity predicting a decision occurs milliseconds before we consciously decide, implying awareness often follows action. As thinkers like Daniel Kahneman highlight, visual, split screen, quick flashes of mundane choices versus abstract brainwave patterns, sound. Yet, in this humbling revelation lies profound beauty. This paradox itself, the dance between pre-written possibilities and the undeniable experience of choice, is the essence of human consciousness. We may not control the river, its currents, or patterns, but our awareness of these forces, as Alan Watts observed, allows for reflection, profound creativity, and ethical engagement. Pause and truly ask, if my free will were illusory, would I genuinely act differently? Or is this inquiry itself part of the flow? By examining everyday life through such thought experiments, we glimpse both consciousness's limits and its immense power, setting the stage for a deeper dive into awareness, surrender, and boundless curiosity. Conclusion and reflective takeaway. Awakening curiosity. So, as our journey concludes, what truth emerges? Perhaps free will, in its absolute sense, is an elaborate illusion. Yet, our awareness, perception, and conscious reflection are the very crucible where life gains its profound meaning. We might not steer the cosmic currents of existence or command the silent symphony of our minds, but we can deeply observe, truly engage, and consciously surrender to their flow. This, as thinkers from Alan Watts to Carl Jung suggested, is the actual gift of human consciousness, a boundless curiosity, igniting insight, reflection, sculpting understanding, and an awakened awareness, transforming every experience. The aim isn't to dissect the age-old paradox of choice or declare a definitive verdict on our freedom. Rather, it's to ignite a quiet awe, a profound curiosity for the intricate dance of life and the mysterious forces, visible and invisible, that orchestrate it. Can you observe the subtle currents of your daily choices? Spot the echoes of repeated patterns, the uncanny feeling of déjà vu, the instinctive whispers of your mind. To truly live is to embrace this grand uncertainty. Amidst this interplay of fate, flow, and consciousness, freedom isn't rigid control, but, as Alan Watts elegantly taught, fully inhabiting each moment with clarity. Perhaps freedom is not controlling the river, but fully flowing with it. It's choosing your paddle strokes while surrendering to life's current. If this journey sparked your curiosity, what other mysteries await? Reflect on these insights, question assumptions, and explore deeper into the self. Subscribe to Curious Axis for cosmic questions, mind-altering thought experiments, and philosophical journeys that challenge your perspective. Like, share, and comment your experiences of choice, free will, and consciousness. Let's continue to flow together, embracing wonder, insight, and the eternal dance of life's currents.